What's up guys, Maniac here, continuing on with our marathon of Godzilla reviews. Terror of Mechagodzilla, sorry about the glare. Terror of Mechagodzilla, yeah, so cool. Now, this is, actually, unfortunately, one of the last movies of the Godzilla Showa series, unfortunately. I mean, not the final Godzilla movie, nope, but it's just the last of the Showa series. So this one must have put in a lot of effort, right? Not all the way, not like epic, like Godzilla Final Wars or Godzilla vs. Destroyer or anything. But anyways, Terror of Mechagodzilla. Terror of Mechagodzilla is a direct sequel to Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. So, there's this guy, a scientist. Dr. Mifune is this mad scientist where everybody calls him crazy. And he doesn't like that, and he wants revenge against humanity. So he creates his own little monster called Titanosaurus to go out there and destroy Tokyo. But then the aliens from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, except for some reason they don't turn into space monkeys in this one. They decided to team up with Dr. Mifune so they could have Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus combined together. So that are combined together to take destruction of Tokyo. But Godzilla comes in to save the day, and this time, instead of Godzilla going against one, or having a sidekick going against one, this time it's Godzilla against two monsters. So yeah, it's an epic battle of one of the last Godzilla movies of the Showa series. So this one is pretty much okay, I would say, because I don't think it's as great or as good as Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, because, like, in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, what's so cool is that, it has, like, Mechagodzilla has got some cool, new techniques about, like, his skills, like, shooting missiles, shooting lasers out of his eyes, and, missiles out of his knees and everything, but this time there's really nothing new, which, that's kind of pretty lame. Even he doesn't use his head spinning thing, but he's still pretty cool though. And Titanosaurus is a pretty interesting monster. I mean, he has the most annoying roars ever. I mean, like, whenever he roars, I don't know, it just sounds so weird. It sounds like some sort of lady that's laughing, but then like, or cackling it, but then it's like sped up. I mean, that's what it kind of sounds like. It's so weird. So yeah, I mean, Titanosaurus is a really interesting monster. I mean, his only skills and techniques is that he uses his tail, or his fin tail, and whenever he swings it, it causes like this huge wind burst, which I think that's pretty cool. But he's a pretty interesting monster, I would say, and he's a lot of fun playing. He's a lot of fun for video games like Godzilla Unleashed. So yeah, Titanosaurus is pretty interesting. Godzilla. Now it's actually kind of funny. In this movie, like I said, I actually kind of care about the human characters, although there's only one, and that's Dr. Mifune. Like, if they ever do another reboot of Godzilla, or for some sort of sequel to the 2014 one, then, I mean, hopefully, like, they would remake something like Terror of Mechagodzilla with Dr. Mifune, because, like, I think Dr. Mifune is probably one of the most interesting characters of all the Godzilla Showa series. I mean, there's Dr. Showa, which I thought he was really cool in the original, but in this one here, it's so interesting that he hates humanity, and he creates his own monster, which it's sort of like Frankenstein, a little bit. I mean, it's not like Frankenstein was against the world or anything, but just he created his own monster, and this Japanese scientist created his own monster, which I find that pretty interesting. So, I think this is the only, like, Godzilla in the Showa series where actually the human characters are, one at least, is pretty interesting. Also, I kind of find it a little bit confusing how Titanosaurus or controlling Titanosaurus and Mechagodzilla works, because Dr. Mifune has this daughter named Katsura, or something like that. And I don't know how she controls him. I mean, I'm probably guessing it was from her mind. Like, they put something in her mind. I mean, I heard that from the movie that she got killed once, but then the aliens saved her life, but as a cyborg. So, probably it's because of magnetic control or something like that. Does that mean Titanosaurus is a robot? I mean, since he's being controlled by a cyborg? I don't know. But that's just a little nitpick. So, let's see. I think that's all I have to say. Oh, and aliens are still pretty interesting in this movie, except that they don't transform into like monkeys in this one, which I find that kind of strange. Instead, they're like wearing these weird, ridiculous jumpsuits. So yeah. So let's see. I think that's all I have to say for Terra Mechagodzilla. So overall, Terra Mechagodzilla is all right. I mean, it does have its moments. And of course, there's this one funny moment where like Titanosaurus lifts Godzilla by biting his lip and by biting his nose, and he like lifts him up and everything. I thought that was so weird, but it does have its moments. It did have a very interesting scientist character. Mechagodzilla doesn't have anything new for us, but he still is pretty cool. I mean, I would give Terra Mechagodzilla, I'll give it a C, just a regular C. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the last of the Showa Godzilla series. So, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a great big finale. It wasn't a great finale, but it was pretty satisfying, especially at the end where Godzilla goes to the water and just leaves at peace. And of course, you won't see Godzilla for like another, I think probably 15 or 10 years. I think it was 10 years. Yeah, 10 years until 1984. So yeah, you won't see Godzilla again for another 10 years. So, my ultimate question is, what did you think of Terra Mechagodzilla? Comment that down below, check out my other videos, they're really cool. Like to subscribe, like my page on Facebook. See ya!